Good morning, students. Today we start the revision of the chapter that is matter around us. So this one is a very important chapter. Let us start without wasting any time. So here let us start from matter. What is matter? That is matter are those substances which have mass as well as volume. What do you mean by mass? The mass is the amount of matter present within a substance. Suppose if we take the example of a chalk, the chalk is made up of chalk particles. The amount of chalk particles present within a chalk, that is the mass of that chalk. Okay? Now, what is volume? Volume is the space occupied by any matter. Okay. The space occupied by any matter is called volume. Fine. So what is volume? The space occupied by any matter is called volume. So let me understand the next one. So suppose if we take the example, there is this marker pen. If I keep it on my hand, then it will occupy some space. The space occupied by this pen is the volume of this pen. Your book occupies some space on the now at present on your bed or on the bench. So the space occupied by the book is the volume of that book. Okay. So now matter are those substances which have mass as well as volume. It is very well known to all of us. Now there are so many matters, there are so many substances which are made up of same kinds of materials. If you take the example of iron, means if you take the example of iron rod, it contains only the particles of iron. We already discussed about it. Means in an iron rod, all the particles are of iron. The iron rod do not contain any particles of gold, it do not contain any particles of silver or any other things. If we take the example of sodium chloride, means salt, it contains only the particles of sodium chloride, not any other things. Okay? If it is pure sodium chloride, obviously. If we take the example of water, it contains only water, no other things, no salt. Okay, no other things. So this type of substances which contain same kinds of materials, only a single kinds of materials, okay, they are called pure substances. So if I ask you the question that is what do you mean by pure substances, then you can say that pure substances are those substances which are made up of same kinds of materials. Okay, those substances made up of those substances made up of same kinds of materials. These are called pure substances. Very well. So now, if we take the examples of pure substance, you can take that iron, sodium chloride, water, gold, okay, platinum, or any other sodium, magnesium, carbon, plastic. These all are the pure substances. Fine. Now, if we mix two or more pure substances, it is very well known that salt is a pure substance, that is sodium chloride. Water is a pure substance, that is H2O. If we mix sodium chloride and water in any proportion means suppose we are taking 1 spoon of salt, it is dissolved in 1 glass of water. Then, or suppose you just add 2 spoons of salt in 1 glass of water. So whatever the composition it will be, it doesn't matter. In any proportion, if we mix, then we will get a mixture. So if I ask you what do you mean by mixture? So mixture is a combination of 2 or more pure substances. Suppose you just want to add sugar. Okay. The formula of sugar is C12H22O11. This one is the formula of sugar. Now if we add sugar, salt and water, if we mix these 3 pure substances, then we also get a mixture. So it doesn't matter that how many pure substances you are mixing here, in how many proportion you are mixing them, it doesn't matter. If you mix 2 or more pure substances in any proportion, whatever you will get, that will be a mixture. Right? So mixture is the the combination of two or more pure substances, two or more pure substances in any proportion is called mixture. Now I think if I give you some examples, then you can easily identify which one is mixture and which one is pure substance. If the substance contain only the same kinds of material, then it will be a pure substance. If it contains different kinds of materials, then it will be a mixture. Right? So it is very easy that already we discussed about these types of questions in exercise. You can practice that question again. Okay. अब एक बार और एक बार प्रैक्टिस कर लीजिए तो होपफुली और ज़्यादा क्लियर हो जाएगा. Now next we proceed for the next one. So here now we can classify pure substances. We can classify pure substances in two different categories. One is element, another is compound. Let us understand what we mean by element and what is compound. So first, it is very well known that all the matter are made up of very small particles. Okay, matter, these are made up of very small particles. Made up of small particles. Okay. The smallest particle of matter is called atom. Okay. So elements are those pure substances which contain same kinds of atoms, right? Which made up of only same kinds of particles. A pure substance is made up of same kinds of particles, and elements is a substance which cannot be split up into two or more simpler substances. An element cannot be split up into two or more simpler substances. Simpler substances by any process, by usual chemical method or by applying heat like this. Okay. So an element cannot be split up into two or more simpler substances. So those substances which cannot be split up into two or more simpler substances, they are called elements. If we take the example of O2, H2, okay, N2. If we split up oxygen, then it will contain O and O. If we split up hydrogen, H2, then we will get H and H. As we know that O and O, these are same, H and H, these are same, N2 it contains N and N, these are same. So obviously we cannot split up them into different kinds of substances. Okay, right? So these are called the elements. If we take the example of iron, so this one is element, carbon, sulfur, gold, platinum, sodium, these all are elements because they cannot be split up into simpler substances. Yes. But in case of compounds, a compound can be split up in different substances by heating. But this should not be different pure substances, obviously. Remember this one? Okay. Means, suppose if we take this example, not always like that. Means it itself is a pure substance, but it contains different kinds of atoms. It is quite better to understand that compound is a pure substance, but it contains different kinds of atoms. If we take the example CO2, okay, carbon dioxide, only pure carbon dioxide is a pure substance, obviously. H2O is a pure substance, but if you take if you observe that it contains carbon and oxygen, these are different atoms, right? water, hydrogen and oxygen, these are different atoms. So these are called compounds. Okay, this can be split up into different substances. They can be split up into different substances, like carbon and oxygen. But if we try to split up oxygen, then you will get the same one of O1O, which is the same. So that's why this is an element and the compound. So easily you can identify from the given substances that which one is element and which one is compound. One exercise question already discussed by us. Okay, you can practice it again to understand, to identify the element and compound. Now let us proceed for the next one. Now this element can be classified into three categories: metal, non-metal and metal. Metal, non-metal and metalloid. Today's class is just introduction class, and the next class will discuss about metal, non-metal, metalloids in details. Now the next one. So metal, non-metal and metalloids. I am just giving you some examples of metal, non-metal and metalloids today. In the next class we will discuss about them in details. Iron, gold, silver, sodium, magnesium, potassium, aluminium. Okay, these all are metals. These all are metals. Non-metals like carbon, sulfur, diamond, okay, phosphorus. These all are non-metals. Plastic. These are non-metals. Metalloids: silicon, arsenic, antimony, As arsenic, Sb antimony. Okay, it is silicon. So these are metalloids. These are the examples of metalloids. Germanium is also metal. So I am just giving you the examples of metal, non-metal and metalloids. You have to learn it. In the next class we will discuss about them in details. Now it is very well known there is pure substances. They can be classified into two different categories: elements and compound. Elements can be classified in three categories. These are metal, non-metal and metalloids. Next one, if we mix two or more pure substances, then what will get? We will get mixture. Okay? We will get mixture. So mixture is a combination of two or more pure substances. Here the pure substances are mixed in any proportion. In any proportion. This mixture are classified. Mixture can be classified into two different categories. These are homogeneous mixture and another is heterogeneous. Let me check the spelling first. I think this one is correct. Although I'll check it again. Just a minute. HTER. Fine. So here it is homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. So let you understand that what is homogeneous mixture and what is heterogeneous mixture. If we take an example, that is, suppose you have one glass of water. One glass of water. Now, if we add salt, sodium chloride, salt, in one glass of water, or suppose sugar, then what will happen? What will happen? We will get the salty water. This salty water, this one is the homogeneous mixture. Why I am saying that this one is a homogeneous mixture? Now, after dissolving the sodium chloride, if we take some water from this portion, then what will fail? Will fail the water contains salt. Right? If we take some some water from this portion, then will fail the same. And taste of salt throughout, the amount of salt or whatever the taste of the salt will taste of the water at that condition, okay, will be same throughout the mixture. It means what I can say, the amount of salt present here and the amount of salt present in this portion, these are same. These are not different, obviously. If the amount of salt in this portion and this portion, these are different, they will feel different taste. Okay? हम लोग को यहाँ पे ज़्यादा जैसे नमक ज़्यादा है, सॉल्ट ज़्यादा है ऐसा लगता है, यहाँ पे सॉल्ट ज़्यादा है ऐसा लगता है, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं लगता है. पूरे जगह पे क्या है, सेम अमाउंट का ही हमें सॉल्टी वाटर नजर में आता है. ठीक है. तो इट मीन्स दैट in this mixture, the composition, remember this word, the composition of the constituent particles throughout the mixture is same. Okay. So this type of mixture is called homogeneous mixture. The example, solid water. The mixture in which the composition of constituent particles throughout the mixture is same. Or you can say that the constituent particles spread it uniformly throughout the mixture. You can write different definition also, no problem. Okay, हम इसको दूसरे तरीके से भी लिख सकते हैं कि एक ऐसा मिक्सचर जहाँ पे constituent particles जो है वो मिक्सचर के अंदर यूनिफॉर्मली स्प्रेड होते हैं. Okay, that is called a homogeneous mixture. That's also correct. No problem. The mixture in which the composition of the constituent particles throughout the mixture is same is called homogeneous mixture. Okay. Homogeneous mixture. Now, if it is different, if the composition, I am not writing the definition here, just whatever you have to change, the mixture in which the composition of the constituent particle throughout the mixture is same for homogeneous and is not same, or you can write is different, or you can write is different. Just here you have to change. If you write that the mixture in which the composition of the constituent particle throughout the mixture is same is called a homogeneous mixture, then what will be the heterogeneous mixture? You have to write the same. That is, the mixture in which the composition of the constituent particle throughout the mixture is not same. ये भी लिख सकते हैं या फिर आप लिख सकते हैं is different. Okay, is not same, or you can write is different. It's called heterogeneous mixture. Right? So it is very easy. तो आप अगर एक याद कर ले तो दूसरा भी याद हो जाएगा तुरंत. So here it is. What do you mean by homogeneous mixture? The mixture in which the composition of the constituent particle throughout the mixture are same. That is called the homogeneous mixture. If it is different, then it is called the heterogeneous mixture. Right? If we take the example of homogeneous, that is salt plus water. It is homogeneous. But if we add mud in water, sand in water, then what you will observe that the mud particles it gets settled down after some times, and the amount of mud throughout the mixture are not same. Okay, at the top the amount of mud will be comparatively less, and at the bottom the amount of mud will be comparatively more in amount. So as a result, so in heterogeneous mixture the constituent particles are not spread uniformly. So this type of mixture is called heterogeneous mixture. So I am giving you one homework that you have to write the differences in between homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. This one is your homework. That is, you have to write 3 differences minimum. 3 differences. Okay, 2 to 3 differences, no problem. In between homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. This one is done. तो आप लोग इतना कंप्लीट करें. In the next class we will discuss about metal, non-metal and metal.